Welcome to Cheap Controls. We make videos on things that we struggled with, hoping to help you so you don't. Consider subscribing and hitting that bell. In this video, I'm going to go over the get command. This one's going to be how to get a value. I'm going to start in the Nextion. For this example, I'm going to put a large value in here so we send all 4 of those sets of data are full of some sort of value. And I picked this value for a reason. In hex, it converts it to 1, 2, 3, 4. So that way we'll be able to see the data when it comes in a little bit better. Now I'm going to go to the Arduino. This is the only line as far as sending the get request to the Nextion itself. So instead of sending bill, now we're going to send the get n0.val. All is one string. We don't have to escape it or anything. The Nextion's smart enough to figure that out. And then what it's going to do is it's going to send that 71 or the letter Q, and the value is going to come back. For this, we're going to use a union. Essentially what we're doing is we're creating a variable called getDataUnion. And then we create 2 variables that this points to. And one is a long called getDataLong, and one is called a byte array. In other words, an array of 4 bytes or 4 memory locations. And both of these variables point to the same locations in memory. So if we read getDataLong or we read these 4 bytes, it's the same data. It's just that by setting this up as 4 bytes, we'll be able to write data to each individual byte because a long is built up of 4 bytes. The format is to type in getDataUnion and then the point or a period and then the variable you're wanting to do something with. So now we're going to use this union in the loop down below. Now, I've left a line above and below so you can see what data I've added here. So if we make it through here and we've got all the data we want, and we have the 3 FFs, so we know that what was sent from the Nextion is complete, then we're going to go down here. And the first value in it is that 71 that equates to a Q. So we can just check it like this. The substring, the first character, Q, it's a Q, we're going to execute what's in this. And then we know that we're looking at the next 4 bytes of data. So we're going to loop through integer x equals 0, and as long as it's less than 4, so we're going to use 0, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to take that and loop through the data from display. But here's where we do the actual work. We created this getDataUnion, and we defined 2 parts of it. We're going to load the array with the values from this data from display. So we're going to take the first value and we're going to copy the second value from data from display and place it into there. Because data from display's first value is the Q. So the data doesn't start until its second value. So we're going to take the second value of data from display and we're going to put it into the getDataByte array. And we're going to do that 4 times. Down in this lower area here, I do some cleanup. I set the counter to 0, I reset the data from display. I also have to reset that value, that long. We're just going to set it equal to 0. It can get a little confusing because this is the variable we're focused on, but it's part of a union, so you have to put this in front of it. Okay, so now we're back in. I've got it, so it's resetting the data. Let me hit the auto scroll off. We're sending the get to the Nextion. It's returning 4321. The return data value is 52, and you can see that it grows every time. The value that we care about is the final value before it does this again. And this value here, 825373492, should match this value here, because this is the value that we're sending. And it's stored as a long, so you can use it in that way to manipulate things. Well, that's about it for this video. If you like what you saw, consider giving me a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.